Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and dreamers of all ages, welcome to the Disney Countdown Show.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Disney Countdown Show. I am the Dapper Danielle, and I am met with the most festive one over in the Disneyland coast, Miss Megan, the Magical Millennial. I don't know where I was going with that, babe, but I was trying really hard. I think
you did so good. You did so
good.
Thank you.
in all transparency, y'all, it is Thanksgiving week as we are recording this episode here in the United States. And y'all, it's not the holiday season without one of us being sick, right? Like everybody has that one family member that shows up to the party and you're like, you shouldn't be here. You got a booger dripping out your nose. That's me today, y'all. So if I sound a little nasally, you might hear a cough or whatever. Luckily, it's not contagious over the radio waves or wherever you're listening or watching us right now. So thank you so much for being here. And just bear with me to the bare end is what we're going to try to do.
It's been a trying week for the Dapper Danielle, but she's here. You made it. Good to see you.
I'm here. I'm ready to talk about festive things and holiday things.
Yes.
I'm going to start decorating and helping my siblings, like each of their apartments. We're so ready for this week. I'm going to help them decorate for Christmas. And I feel like this is a good way to start getting into the festive vibes, is talking about holiday music countdowns.
I think so too. We're talking about our 1 through 5 Disney holiday songs. I'm so excited. We got all the holiday goodness coming up. Yeah, it's definitely going to get us in that festive spirit. So
Fabulous.
And of course, we do have our sister or our brother countdown, which is Christmas countdown, hosted by Eric and Danny. Danny, one of our producers here on the show. And so if you also want to get into the spirit like we are currently doing, definitely give them a listen because they're hilarious. They have great top 10 lists. And that's exactly what we do. We just love talking Christmas. We love talking Disney over on our show, but they'll definitely get you in the spirit. So give them a listen too.
For sure. And they cover so many different topics also. But something else that we need to cover is where you can find us on the socials. And so it is going to be a Disney Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and Pod Disney over on the Twitter/the X. And then some of you are actually watching us right now live on YouTube, which, hello, YouTube fam. Good to see you. And make sure you're also following our personal socials, the Dapper Danielle and Megan Magical Millennial _. Is that right? No, the Magical Millennial _.
There you go, babe. That was it.
The snot is on the brain, y'all. I'm so sorry. We're starting off strong already in this episode.
The phlegm's in the head.
Accurate. So no. You have no idea how accurate. So in between me trying to deal with technology issues and so something else, y'all. Also, this is your ratatouille in the very beginning of the episode. Is that when I brought my microphone here, right? So for those that are watching, like you can see, I have my real microphone. You'll notice it's not plugged in. I'm currently recording off of my phone and my pair of headphones. The idea was to have my nice microphone, and I was like, yeah, there's a computer up here. The laptop I would be using hasn't been updated. We're currently on iOS 16? This is still on 12. And Safari looked at me as I was logging in and said, "Ha, no." And I was like, no. You thought wrong is what really happened. So yes, that's what we're currently doing. But I'm just happy to be here and be able to talk to y'all because Megan, we also have some things that we need to rate and review because people have been sending us messages.
Yes, we do. Yes, if this is your first time listening to the show or you've been listening to the show for a while and you have not left us a review yet, we really would appreciate it. Just to see if you like what we say, even if you don't like what we say, we can take constructive criticism. We're content creators. This is what we do. But you can leave us a review.
#accurate.
Right? You can leave us a review on Apple, or you can DM us your reviews over on the gram at Disney Countdown Show. And we also do take emails, DisneyCountdownShow@gmail.com. But we do have some to get to here that we got in the last week. We have one. This is from Alicita on Instagram. and she says, "Hey guys, love the show. I've been listening to it I think that's a while now. I think there was a little misprint there. I really enjoyed the tips you guys give for Disney World and Disneyland. Could you guys make an episode about traveling with a teenager? Me and my fiance are taking my little sister to Disney World next November, and we are really, really lost on how to make her feel the fun and magic within Disney." Oh, that's a good question.
That is such a interesting topic, because I feel like when we were teenagers, right, and we were going to the parks, we kind of already had that Disneyness instilled in us.
We did.
So I guess really the question is, like, maybe we should cover and have a conversation about this eventually, is like, how do you bring in those people that are non-Disney? And I think you can really attest to this more, Megan, because your husband wasn't a Disney kid, and you're slowly making him adapt. So
it's true. And I also I have a teenage sister myself who wasn't necessarily, didn't get the Disney bug like I did. She just, a different time, and definitely takes, I mean, she goes because she gets to go with her friends, and she was local and everything. And that was really fun for her. But in terms of like making a Disney World vacation out of it, it's so funny because when she had the option to go to Walt Disney World for volleyball tournaments, she would say no, like, I don't want to go, I don't really care for it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And it's like, it was right there for her. So that would be a really good tips and tricks little segment to do for taking the older kids to Disney.
I feel like we'd really have to dedicate like a whole little section to it, though, because there's a lot of like nuances and things to really like unpack there.
There is.
It would, but that would be a really good deep dive conversation. So we'll put a pin in that, because that's a good one too.
Yeah, for sure. For Disney World, definitely don't miss out on Disney Springs. I think for like the shopping and stuff, that's really fun. That's just off the top of my head. And then you obviously want to do the big kid rides. I think they enjoy that. Expedition Everest, Cosmic Rewind.
I think the one thing is like, okay, yeah, you're a teenager and you think you're too cool for school. You ain't, because you're going to have so much fun if you let loose and you look at the millennials, like your elders, me and Megan, and just be like, hey, you know what? They're having fun. And it's because we're just like, you know what? We don't care what other people think, which is really hard when you're with a teenager, because they think everybody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares.
No. Everyone's minding their own business, doing their thing. And that's definitely true over at Disney. So that's a really good question, though. Thank you, Alicita. We'll do something about that. Mm-hmm.
Well, our next one is from Amanda, and she wrote us over on Instagram. And this one says, "Happy holidays. Just wrapping up my Disneyland trip and wanted to thank you guys again for all your content. Megan, your boyfriend, and I just ate, hold on, let me reread that. It says, Megan.
My husband.
I was like, Megan, your boyfriend. I was like, you got a husband now.
Yeah, I got a boyfriend too. Yeah, no.
I was like, okay, Megan, I didn't know what we were into.
No.
This one says, Megan, my boyfriend and I just ate at Earl's Sandwich because of one of your videos, and because of yours and Blake's video, I did a mystery pin set Pixar plush. And somehow pulled the exact ones I was willing to. The shadow box trade. She did shadow box trade for a Pegasus also.
Nice.
Again, your content is so amazing. Danielle, can't wait to overconsume your content in the next 12 months as I plan the world trip. Oh, that's fabulous.
Yes, Amanda. Woo! That's so exciting and so fun. Earl Sandwich. Gotta give props to Earl Sandwich. I do love my Earl.
Get that holiday turkey sandwich all year round, baby.
So good. It's so good. I need to get one of those soon, just to get in the
Did I tell you about random ratatouille about when I used to work as a fairy godmother at the Bibbidi Boppity Boutiques?
Something about Earl or
about Earl's? Yeah.
No, I don't think I know this one.
So when the boutique moved out of World of Disney, we went to the new location, the Cottage, which is still not open, and Danielle's still bitter, but it's directly across the walkway from Earl's Sandwich.
Yes, that's right.
So there's a way that you can do a mobile order for Earl's, and you can go pick it up at a little counter, so we didn't have to wait in the crazy lines, but some cast members do anyway. But when you're dressed as a fairy, you can't do that. So we go pick up our sandwiches, and I would get the holiday turkey all the time because I was like, oh, this is so good. But I would have to wait until I knew it was my last break, or I'd have to wait and save it and take it home with me. Because if I ate that, it was like a real Thanksgiving dinner I would be so tired afterwards, and I would not be able to, like, you just have the groggy fairy, like, just wandering around being like, I'm ready for a nap. And then you have the little princesses be like, is that one of the 7 dwarfs' friends sleepy?
Right.
And I'm like, no, princess, I just had a turkey sandwich.
You get turkey tired.
Turkey tired. The struggle is real.
Oh man, no, those are so good. I didn't know there's a mobile order option at Earl over there.
There is. It's not really talked about very much because they don't really promote it. And everybody likes to wait in line and go ahead and get like the meal deals and all that other stuff. But if you're looking for just a sandwich, go ahead and do it. Like, look it up. I don't know if it's available at every location, but it is available at the Springs location.
That's cool. I had no idea, but I should get a mobile order. At least when it opens. I don't Downtown Disney doesn't have any mobile orders as far as I know. No. I don't know, but they should have one. That's really cool. I love me some Earl, big full Montague fan. That's my go-to sandwich.
Ooh.
But I'm gonna have to get me a holiday turkey sandwich at some point here soon. Oh gosh, are you okay over there?
Yeah, just dying. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh goodness.
No. Well, we do appreciate the reviews, y'all. Thank you so much. And we also do have so. Good morning to our live chat over who are watching us live and seeing all the things that go on behind the scenes. They are in our Patreon fam.
See Danielle cough into her arm and sneeze her head off. That's fine. Great. This is the content that you signed up for, fam. We love it.
The BTS content. Yes. We're so happy you're here. They are part of our Patreon fam, the Disney Countdown Show Patreon. We also have some new members to welcome this week. We got Todd and Rianne. Rianne, so nice that you're here. Thank you for joining the fam. Thanks for being a part of it and supporting us. We do appreciate it.
Is Rianne in the chat today?
Is Rianne here?
I don't know. Well, I know there was a couple of new people that this is their first time being able to log in and watch us today. So, which we're really happy that you're here. Sorry, Megan, as I stole your thunder as you were in the middle of talking about Todd and Rianne.
No,
again, we're so happy
totally
they're here.
Fine. We love chatting live with our chat too. It's nice because when we get like stumped in the games, they kind of help us out with answers, which is really nice. It's not cheating. That's why we have the chat. And
that's what we tell ourselves anyway.
They help us remember things if we get stuck on a memory or something and we just can't put our finger on what we need to say. It's very, very nice. So thank you all so much for being here and for chatting. We also did just have our virtual hang, which we do every month with our Patreons. So we get to chat there as well. We do Q&As. We have giveaways also monthly. It's a fun time over on the Patreon. And of course, the main thing is that you do get access to our bonus episodes, for which we get a little more, unfiltered. We do our 11 through 15s. We can speak our truths a little bit more over there. Not that we don't speak our truths on this show, but just we get into the little nitty gritty here and there. So
sometimes the Ratatouilles can be a little more intense.
Sometimes it's all Ratatouilles, and then we remember that we need to do a countdown.
Accurate.
That's what happens on the bonus episode. So if you want access to that, and you also, you don't want the ads popping up on this show every, couple minutes, because I know it's a lot. Sorry about that. But we do have ad-free episodes as well if you join the Patreon. That is in our episode notes, or you can search on Patreon Disney Countdown Show, and it's a lot of fun over there. So thank you all so much for being here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Danielle.
Hold on, I'm trying.
So you're in Tennessee. You're in good old Nashville with the fam right now. How is it going?
It is freezing. When I tell you that, okay, so I was so worried. I was talking with Mom on the phone like a couple days before I flew up here, and I'm like, Mom, I don't own closed-toed shoes.
That's right. And we were talking about that last episode. You don't have any tennies.
I would be happy to report I had one pair of slip-ons that I still had left. And hooray. I was like, I dug through and like just picture it, right? So all my crazy long dresses, right? And I part them, and there they are, hidden in the back of my closet. And I went, ooh, and they were just sitting right there. And I was able to grab those, and they're the only shoes I have up here. And I was really afraid I was going to have to wear like socks with sandals into the airport because I was going to freeze to death. I also only own like 3 long shirts and like 2 pairs of jeans, if that. And it's going to get down to like 27 and 30 here later on this week. And
Stop. Whoa.
The swamp princess is going to die. I'm going to turn
That's
into one of the
cold.
iguanas in Miami, and I'm just going to fall, just frozen.
That's cold.
I
Well,
don't know.
there is a cold front happening right now, I believe, in the South, right? Because I think even in
Yes.
Orlando, it's getting cold. I saw the other day, someone was like, oh, the high is, 60 something. I was like, wow, that's cold for Florida. And I went through it,
Yes.
Danielle. Do you remember earlier this year in January, I was like, I have never felt Florida so cold in my life. I was freezing. I literally had to steal.
Because it's a humid
warmers.
cold. Yeah.
It was, yeah, but it was the craziest cold I felt, and it was windy too. Oh, I was like, I was not prepared for it. I looked at the weather app before I left for my trip, and I was like, yeah, that's Florida cold. I'll be fine. No, take it seriously. If you ever see anything 60 or below in Florida, she cold, and bring layers, because it's also it gets windy there, and it's that wind chill that gets you. Yeah.
We were walking around the last day, and I was wearing my jacket. I was very comfortable, and it was playing are they from Europe or are they from up north? Because everybody, yes, because there were some people that were like layered up, like I was. I brought out the one pair of jeans. I mean, I was still wearing my sandals, but I was wearing long sleeves and a jacket. And then there's these randos that are wearing tank tops and short shorts, and I'm like, you don't go here. And I'm like, you must be from Europe or like that, or
Canada or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the other game we play, is like you walk through and like the lifeguards are wearing like head to toe, like sports, like long sleeves and long pants. And then the people are in the pool, which the Disney pools are heated. But the whole joke is, look at the Canadians and their natural habitat, enjoying the warm weather of Florida, even when it's like 50. So
it's still, I get that the pools are heated and everything, but I wouldn't step foot in there, because the second you get out, you're like an icicle. And that's a no-go for me. I'm not a cold person, as y'all know. I say it many a time in my videos that I was born to live in a desert, but it's, I mean, more power to you. If you like the cold, if you live in the cold, I admire that. It is not for us.
You're a different breed, y'all. That's all we're going to say.
And lizard woman.
Swamp woman and lizard woman. You got your gator, and then you got your gecko over here. And we make fun of y'all all the time, of our European or northern friends. Just know that y'all complain about the heat when you come down and visit us, and we don't complain about that, so we'll complain about the cold in return.
Yeah. It's all out of love.
We still love y'all.
We just
still
respect
love y'all
and admire you guys for living in the climates that you do. It's all different across the world. But
I wasn't joking when I say like Canadians and their natural habitats. I'll turn on my best what is the guy's name? I'll do my best crocodile hunter impression.
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. I kind of go into my Steve Irwin
Aussie
vibes.
accent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I guess
it's
Robert,
not good.
Robert Irwin. That's okay.
Yes. It's not good, and we'll be standing there as a family, right? And then I'll just start going into commentary, and it's like, here we see the northerner and its natural habitat.
That's
coming
hilarious.
Down south. Oh yeah, it becomes obnoxious, and my brother's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "It's fine."
I love that. There's some times where I will go into my my crocodile hunter voice, but it's for the Golden Zephyr over in DCA, because the second the wind goes over 10 miles per hour, she has to shut down because of landing issues.
Right.
Yeah. So whenever it's going, I'll be like, "Oh, the Golden Zephyr flies again." This is a rare sight.
Just return to the skies.
I used to do that all the time. Which is a good point. I haven't seen it like actually operate in a long time, and I walked past there a little bit the last couple weeks. Interesting.
Sorry, Aussies, that was not a good accent from either of us. So we'll just apologize for that in advance.
Apologize, very sincerely. And my accents are awful. I need a coach. But yeah, Oh, good times, good times. So you're there with family in Nashville.
Yes.
We and of course this is Thanksgiving week in the United States. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone who's in the States with us. Happy late Thanksgiving to those who have celebrated. It's a good time gathering with friends. It's also on a personal note, we are having my grandfather's memorial service on Saturday, so that would have already happened. But I'm very much
Oh.
looking forward to that. It's a celebration of life, so it'll be nice. Yeah, so it's gonna be a very, very family oriented week over here in Southern California
Mm-hmm.
for the Magical Millennial, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Get to see a lot of family. But okay, Danielle, we have to throw it back. This is one thing because we
So
did this
about
earlier
them
this
green
year.
beans.
Speaking of green beans,
Speaking
we
of green
have to
beans.
throw it back to our early Thanksgiving dinner that we had at the Liberty Tree Tavern in Magic
Yes.
Kingdom, where we did record an episode and had the famous green beans and mashed potatoes and
You
all
know
the
what? I
good
don't think they
things.
were famous until our episode, though. We were the ones that made them famous.
That's what I'm saying. We had the famous green beans because
It's
it
true.
was April. Was it April that we went? When did we go? Where
Girl,
what month are we
I
in?
got snot on the brain. I can't even remember what I did yesterday.
Oh my god! I feel like it was, it was like April. No, it was August. Oh gosh. Okay, I can't even. Yeah, brain's not gonna work. I feel like
Let's
it was
fall the
recent,
core
but
out.
not so recent. Yeah. Um.
Maybe
So
August.
was it August? Okay.
Like very beginning, end of summer, beginning of fall season.
This year, time is flying by, y'all. I don't know
It
how you
has.
guys feel, but it's getting faster the older that we get. I feel
Thanks,
like that's not
Megan,
gonna
for
stop.
throwing that under the bus. That's great.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
It's just scary. It's scary. Anyway, but yes, speaking of green beans, that was a good time. And now we get to actually have our Thanksgiving dinner at home, which I'm really excited for. I love Thanksgiving. I love me some stuffing, green bean casserole. When did we talked about this in our virtual hang. What we have to have on the plate. What's the must have that we love?
Ooh.
For me, it's stuffing and green bean casserole. That's what I love the most.
Stuffing and mashed potatoes are mine.
Oh, it's mashed potatoes, yep. And just smothered in gravy. I mean, the plate is brown. You can't see anything underneath.
Exactly. It's like there's not really a lot of like colorful options except for maybe a little bit of cranberry sauce and maybe some green beans. But it's mostly a brown plate. And I'm not angry about it. I'm actually very happy with my khaki looking plate.
Oh yeah, delicious. I'm so excited. But speaking of green beans too, at Disneyland we of course had a ton of holiday food over here. I've been out, going to the parks frequently, trying to get some content, trying to stock up because I will not be going a lot this week because of family stuff. So,
Right.
but I did go last night. Fun fact: I had to make my reservation because I didn't go earlier in the day, so I had to go after an event that I went to for my friend, and it was 10:30 p.m. Almost 11. I got a Ronto wrap that's new. It was a holiday food, and I was walking through. Fantasmic was going on. Actually, it was ending, and I had to walk through over to Galaxy's Edge, and literally, you'll see this in a video that's coming soon. There was not a soul in sight from Big Thunder, which is closed, by the way, right now. It's under refurb. From Big Thunder all the way into Galaxy's Edge, I didn't walk by one person. It was the strangest thing. I was like, did I get transported to another reality?
Is this section closed? Did I walk past the castle?
Did I walk
what am I doing?
Did I walk past cones? Is someone am I in a prank show right now? It was so crazy but also awesome. I was like, wow, there's nobody here. So that was, I don't know, it was just really cool. It was something you never ever see anymore, especially in the holiday season.
Oh my gosh,
Granted, yes, it was reaching 11 o'clock at night, which is when a lot of people would have already gone home. But still, even with Fantasmic going on, I get that Big Thunder was closed. I don't know. I was just like,
you would still
reveling in
see
it. I was
people
like, oh, this is
usually
cool.
either like heading out of Star Wars Land or like heading
Yes.
back and forth between Fantasyland,
There
just
was
trying
no
to
one
avoid
there.
crowds.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will say that Galaxy's Edge is a very cool place to be at night. If you don't do this already, or if
The
you
best.
don't know already, especially in Disneyland, nobody goes back there. It like to Smuggler's Run or really to anything. And Ronto Roasters, fun fact, also they do have a late night menu now where you can get the Black Calf Cold Brew at Ronto's until midnight. Yeah.
Wow.
I did not know this. I don't know. I don't know if it's
middle of the
new.
night caffeine fiends.
If just in case you wanted a little pick me up, you like have to make it to midnight and you're like, I need some coffee. They have it over there because Docking Bay 7, as we know, closes early. They close, around 9 when like Plaza Inn closes. So, but Ronto stays open and has the coffee for you. This is on the mobile order menu. So I saw it, and
which
I'm like,
is
dang.
so interesting because that's not the case over here in Disney World. So, because Docking Bay 7 is open later and Ronto's closes by like 5.
Which that is so interesting. Okay.
Right? And so Life Day just happened here on November a couple weeks ago. But Life Day is the Wookiee holiday that's similar to like Christmas. And I was doing a live stream of the lightsaber meetup that was happening. And everybody's like, oh, are you guys waiting for the fireworks? I'm like, no, guys, that's a Disneyland thing only. Disney World, Arbatu does not have the Star Wars fireworks. That is exclusive to Disneyland.
Yep. Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, that we have the show, which now has a dining package, which don't even get me started on that. But anyway, yeah, you can still watch Star Wars fireworks with the Star Wars music from Galaxy's Edge. You don't have to purchase the dining package. But yes, that is exclusive to Land, which is a really cool show if you get the opportunity and maybe you're here for like a multi-day thing. You watch Believe in Holiday Magic and then like the next day go over to Galaxy's Edge and watch it from there. Different music, of course, but still a really cool experience if you're a Star Wars fan, which is a good point. And yeah, so it's been a fun time.
Ooh.
And guys, y'all, the hubby is now a magic key holder in case you missed it. We got him a magic key. This was his wedding present, which was I considered my also wedding present. It was for him and for me.
We got this for you, but it's mostly for me.
But it's also for me. So now he gets to go. And we're going to have a little cute Disney dates. He went for his first time to get his picture taken the other night. It was so fun. Just a quick little date. We got Bingo Barbecue, did Haunted Mansion and Indy, and y'all, Indy broke down in line. We were probably like maybe 40 people back, and it broke down. I saw it. I heard it. I told him like the ride's down. He's like, how do you know? And I'm like, because there's no sound. Do you hear anything? And so the ride went down. But I kept giving them time. I was like, as soon as they come on the intercom, because they weren't saying anything for a while, but then they came on like, our vehicles have temporarily stopped, but we hope to have it up and running soon. And they said that 2 times, and I was like, okay, if they come on again a 3rd time, we're leaving. And then the ride went back up maybe 3 minutes later. You heard it. All the vehicles started again. The lights went off. The Sala came on again and did the message, the ride message. And I was like, wow, okay, that's the first time I've ever seen Indy go down and then back up. Because I know Space does the same thing. I've seen that happen. But it's the first time I'd ever witnessed Indy make a quick turnaround. So I don't know what happened, but we waited.
His hat flew off on the ride and flipped a trigger or something like that.
It probably
was a sensor. Wait for the coordinator to run out there.
Yes, that happened also on Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. Something tripped the sensor. They tried to look for it, and they realized that nothing was there. They had people, like maintenance people, come in and check it out, and then they went back up. So sometimes that happens, y'all. If you're ever in a line, always just like listen to the cast members who are on the intercom, kind of what they're saying. If they're saying that they're hoping to get the vehicles back up and running, just wait a little bit. Because chances are, yes, the ride is probably going to go back up again, and you'll go on soon. Just a little bit. You have to wait just a little bit longer. But yeah, super fun evening, and it was also nice for him to see the holidays too. That was cool.
I love that so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, speaking of green beans.
Speaking of green beans,
I think it's time we go ahead and move on to some Disney news.
We interrupt our program to bring you this
Disney news.
Danielle,
we got to talk about it.
We got to talk about it. It's time. Yeah.
Okay, first off, let me just say to everybody that reached out to me, and most of you already know where this is going, but
I
have
bet
reached
your
out
inbox
to me.
was flooded.
Oh my gosh. So let me start off by saying, for those that do not know, or if you've been living under a Disney rock for some reason, the official news broke that we know where the Monstropolis location is moving to in Hollywood Studios. It is officially going to Muppets Courtyard. Muppet Vision 3D, Pizza Rizzo, all of that will be going away. But the Muppets are now taking over Rock and Roller Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to heavily feature the Electric Mayhem. Miss Piggy and Kermit will be involved in some way. They're taking you to the music festival, and everybody messaged me. So I did not, I was running around. I was trying to get to an event. I was in the car. I did not open up Instagram until 2 hours afterwards. And you know who messaged me and let me know first? Bibbidi Boppity Beard.
Of course he did. He made a whole video about it.
Because he made a video before I was even awake, basically. And he messages me and he's like, this is all your fault. And I'm like, okay, are we talking about the sweater thing that I was making fun of you for? Because he just made a video talking about the Spirit jerseys and wearing them in 90-degree weather. And I was giving him crap about it because he posted it on the first cold snap day here in Florida. And I was just like, I don't think that was really the best timing for that. And so I thought he was talking about that still. And he's like, no, Danielle, look at Instagram. And I opened it up and it just floods. Yeah. And I had like 50 plus messages. I was tagged in comments. I was like, everybody was like, has anybody checked on Dapper Danielle? Has anybody checked on Dapper Danielle? And I haven't even made a video about it yet.
I was getting tagged, asking about you. Yeah, like, did you talk to Dapper Danielle? How's she feeling?
You talked to Danielle? Is she okay? Because you posted the information too on your Instagram before I even saw it.
I shared the post, yes, of them at Rock and Roller Coaster. Yeah, that little graphic. Mm-hmm.
And which, by the way, y'all, thank you so much for thinking of me and for reaching out and being like concerned about it. Because this is something like I've even said in previous episodes, I was making bets that it wasn't going to happen. I was holding out hope that they were going to take away Launch Bay, right?
We talked about it at length walking over in Hollywood Studios.
We did. And at the end of the day, I was talking to a lot of Disney cast member friends, and they're just like, okay, there's two factors of why I didn't go to Launch Bay, and I want to go ahead and address those. The first one is because what we see in Launch Bay is only the first layer, right? Behind Launch Bay is a very expensive, very big cast member corporate building. So all of these offices for all these execs, it recently went through a little bit of a remodel. There are trailers over there. There's not enough room back there for all of this admin stuff that happens back there. So what we see is only a part of it. The other part is that the inside where like Darth Vader is and stuff, that meet and greet is sponsored by Chase Visa. So that means that there is a financial contract there. And if that contract isn't ending or coming to a close anytime soon, then they can't just end that and get Chase angry. And then they have to accommodate that for somewhere else. So that's some of it too. It is unfortunate to see Muppets close. But at the same time, I think the only reason why I'm like doing okay with this information is I had the opportunity to go see Bob Weiss speak. Bob Weiss is the former president of Imagineering at Disney. And I was invited by BMP Productions, B Morrow Productions, to come in because they follow me. They're like, Danielle, we think you would really like to see Bob. And I said, yes, I would love to see Bob. He had a book that released at D23. And I'm in this room with all these other creatives that work in the theme park industry. And that was the question of like, how do you help people move on from an attraction that is so loved and has become part of culture? And this was the day before the Muppets information was released, by the way. We had no idea about any of this. And he said, it is hard. And he's like, he built Hollywood Studios. He was part of the Imagineering team that built Hollywood Studios. And he's like, I was also the one that said, we need to change Great Movie Ride and change it to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And he's like, that was such a hard conversation to have, but it was so needed. And he really stresses, he's like, Walt Disney, when he opened up Disneyland, he was only in the theme park industry for about 15 years before he passed. right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in those 15 years, Disneyland saw so much change that he would look at the parks right now and be like, why the heck is this still here? And
That's true.
while, right? So there are a lot of things that he's like, there's a lot of things that need to change because they need to change. Because Walt would look at it and be like, no, that needs to we need to keep moving forward. Unfortunately, Muppet's Courtyard, though I'm obsessed with it, I have a personal connection to it. It does need to change. And there are, what we've seen, and Jim Henson's company has kind of tweeted this out also, is that they are currently in creative works to try to preserve portions of the film itself, at least. And we don't know if that means it's going on Disney Plus, where it's going, if it's going to move someplace. I highly doubt it's going to move. I do think it is going to move to an online platform so you can go back and view it. But it is time. It needs to happen. And I am very excited, though, for Rock and Roller Coaster. I hate the roller coaster aspect of it. And I don't know what I'm going to do because I love the Electric Mayhem so much. Like, I'm still working on a Disney bound of Dr. Teeth because I love him so much. But so we'll see what happens. I'm very excited about it, but I'm still trying to figure out how to say everything that I just said, which was just lengthy and wordy. I'm sorry about that, Chris. I need to cut that down into a video format to be able to really like say it in concise words. And so that's why I haven't posted anything just yet. It probably won't until maybe beginning of December.
Yeah. I mean, all these, with the news coming out, there's so much speculation. Everyone posted a video about it, especially.
Oh my gosh, everybody did.
Even the Muppet lovers over here. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Muppet lovers everywhere said something. Even people on TikTok that have never been to Disney World before, they knew that this existed, and they're just like, "Why is this being talked about?" Yeah. But yeah, some of y'all, not you particularly, if you're watching or listening to this, but some other creators that don't even like Muppets were talking about this, and we're saying like, "Oh, it's going away," and I was like, "You don't even go here. Where have you been? Back up." So, but yeah, it's been everybody covered this news, and I think some people are either shocked for the Rock and Roller Coaster side or they're shocked for the Muppet side.
Either one or both,
or both.
It's big news. It was all in speculation. As soon as we heard that Monstropolis was coming, it was always like, okay, where's it going? Muppets are in jeopardy, and here we are. But I'm also very excited for Electric Mayhem at Rock and Roller Coaster. I think it's gonna be awesome. I am a roller coaster person. I will be going on it 100%. And Danielle, I think I'm gonna have to drag you on as well, just so you can experience it. And
I know, because
enjoy your Muppets.
Because if you launch to if it is, because you know how they scream a little bit in Aerosmith when you like launch, right?
No, I don't think that will happen.
No, it's gonna be Dr. Teeth. Imagine him in the opening of Can You Picture That? He goes, "Oh yeah!" And then
wait, that's so cool though. Okay,
and then you go into the first turn, and I can already picture it because I like everybody's winning, everybody's grinning. I want to be your lifetime friend as you're going through the first turn. Oh my gosh, it's already gonna be fabulous, and
how fun!
I can foresee it
inside, all of the lights inside, all Muppets. It's gonna be so fun.
Well, and it doesn't really have to change much because you're just going through Hollywood anyway.
True.
This is actually probably the simplest layover possible. If you think about it.
I want animatronics. I don't answer animatronics. Like, I don't know. I know that.
If you could get we just need a Waldorf and Statler right there at the launch point. Like they're looking out over into the balcony side, right? So they're heckling you.
Be? Yeah, that would be hilarious.
You're not going to make it in time. You're not going to survive this. Good luck. Like that would be so cool.
Come on, they have to do that. We need that because like that's also a little nod to Muppet Vision. So
just take the Seaman animatronics and move them over.
Yes.
I'm also trying to figure out how I can steal an orchestra penguin. If anybody in listening has connections to the demo team, and we're just pulling stuff out, if an animatronic penguin just happens to go missing, I will gladly take one. So or you'll just see him pop up in the background as we're recording one day on YouTube, and he'll just be in the back of my my living room set up and just be like, don't ask questions. He lives here. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh man. Well, yeah. It was Monstropolis had to go somewhere, and unfortunately that was always a factor or an option for
Oh yeah.
where it needs to go, which also is very exciting. I know that people are like, why are you some people are against Monsters Inc. I guess I'm all for it.
I'm excited for the possibility of good food.
Yeah, exactly, good food. The ride looks really fun. But yeah, I saw your story was like, I think you said it so perfectly in the way that you did your story notes. I thought that was like,
because I was going through all the emotions of what I was feeling at the
emotions.
time.
Yeah, it was really, really well said. So that was
you.
cool. I actually screenshotted it.
Thank you.
I actually want to go through it because I was like, dang, this was so well said about it. Hang on, I'm going back to my screenshot. Let's see. Aha, right here. So it's the Dapper Danielle. For those who are watching on YouTube, I have a little screenshot.
It's a picture of me and Sweetums from when I got to meet Sweetums last holiday season.
She's chatting with Sweetums, and she says, to those asking, yes, I saw the announcement, and yes, I'm a mix of emotions. In blue, sad to see Muppets Court are leaving. In purple, concerned that my only Muppet attraction is a coaster, which I literally hate and refuse to ride. Green is amused because I love Electric Mayhem, and I know they're actually a great fit for the coaster. Pink says frustrated that they are refusing to remove the carcass of Star Wars Launch Bay, the half carcass, as we know. And
Yes.
Orange is hopeful. Disney has stated that we are having creative conversations and exploring ways to preserve the film and other parts of the experience for fans to enjoy in the future, which, guys, Disney knows that they have a fan base for a lot of these attractions that they take away. Country Bear Jamboree over here at Disneyland. Now the Muppets. There are always little nods to previous attractions. Splash Mountain, even in Tiana's. I know there's some stuff integrated in there that they have. They always know that they have a fan base in the extinct attractions. So they do try, and I'm sure they'll try to do that with Dinosaur and Indiana Jones. Don't worry. There's always going to be nods, but Disney, yes, they are a keep moving forward company. That's what Walt had it's set in, that was his vision. That was Walt's vision, is to keep moving forward, and we have to keep adapting and keep changing. So I am so sorry for my Muppets fans though, but y'all, it's gonna be Rock and Roller Coaster is gonna be so fun with Electric Mayhem. I'm excited. I love this change.
I think this is a really great change. I'm excited for it. I think I'm shocked. Or it could also be my algorithm. I do not see the side right now of people like against it, but I think most people are like, okay, cool. I can let's remove Aerosmith, which I guess has been a little more problematic here in the past recent years. And
I'm sorry, they're old. I'm sorry, but we're done.
The Electric Mayhem though lives forever.
It lives forever. So sorry to Aerosmith fans. You do you, but it's outdated. It's dated, and I think that is a ride that Walt Disney would say, why is Aerosmith still here? What are y'all doing?
Right.
Anyway. But so a lot of emotions as we're going through the Muppets news, but we do have some other things going on. Danielle, what are the crowds just crazy at Walt Disney World right now? I gotta know, because apparently the Premier Lightning Lane sold out, which is mind-blowing to me.
And it wasn't even for Magic Kingdom, it was for Hollywood Studios, I believe,
which is the second most expensive park to purchase this Premier Lightning Lane, I believe.
And there's only 8 attractions.
$300. And it's only 8 attractions, that's correct. But it is the park that people see the most value in the Lightning Lane. Is that right?
I would 100% agree with that.
Because of Rise, because of Slinky Dog, Mickey and Minnie's, Tower of Terror. You have those high-ticket attractions that families can ride, and that is where people see the most value. So I can see it selling out there. Magic Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
I don't. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Right.
There's only certain rides that I would use it for, but that's just so crazy that it sold out. I swear this ticket is $280 something per person.
See, but and Megan, we talked about this also in, I think, did we talk about it in the bonus episode about
it might have been the bonus, yeah.
you experienced people in that were like, oh, I'm willing to, like a
I
dad.
did.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did.
Recap that for them real quick.
So yes, I ran into a father with his 3 kids. His they were older kids that wanted to do the bigger rides, and we rode the Skyliner together over to Epcot. I'm sorry, to the Epcot area, to Boardwalk. And he mentioned, I wish that Disney had a pass where you could just go to the front of the line. And it like Universal, like Six Flags or something. And I was like, well, they do have that now. And this was literally 2 weeks after they introduced this pass to both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. And I was like, yeah, if you'd go, I showed him like on the app where you can get it. And I said, if you actually, I couldn't find it at the time. It was it was escaping me to like search in the search bar where to search, like, because it would come up on the homepage for me the day before, and then it wasn't there, and then but he ended up finding it. And he's like, but immediately he was like, yeah, I'm buying that. I'm getting that. Like, absolutely, I will put money down for that. And I was like, okay, wow. I never really, I personally have never met someone that is just so, doesn't even think twice about it, but will absolutely spend that kind of money for this trip, especially for his kids. And he bought it for, I think, Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. So 2 days.
See, Dapper Dad, once I talked to him after this pass release, and he's like, Danielle, you do realize that if I was financially able to, how I would throw down a credit card so fast for this, because then I'm the dad that took care of the problem of, we don't have to wait in line. We just like, time is money. It is made for people like Dapper Dad that sees so much value in this. And I mean, I get it. I see value in it too.
Yes. And it was,
so yeah, I'm not surprised.
Right. And it was a family, I believe they were from Pennsylvania. So it's a family that doesn't come very often. They do the once every couple of years thing. And he was just like, yes, 100%. We, he wanted to get his kids just on the rides and experiencing it. So those are the kinds of people, they will put the money down, y'all. And
yeah, all you influencers said, oh, blah, blah, blah. Nope, there was a market for it. And
like,
Disney
who's going to buy this?
Agreed to the market.
There's a market for it, y'all.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Goodness, yes.
Yeah. So there you go. And
Goodness.
yeah, so Danielle, we got to get to our countdown here in just a second, but there's also the Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular, y'all, which is airing. Oh, it aired on ABC. It was a Sunday.
Yes. So what happened is that the holiday special here in recent years is kind of broken up into 2 parts. It usually happens the next week right after Thanksgiving. So typically it happens like in the end of the month of November, but this year it fell on December 1st. So the Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular is kind of like the part 1 to the Christmas Day Parade that airs on Christmas. They are both filmed at the same time, though, both in Disneyland and in Disney World. And I did get to witness one of the recordings, and it was of Elton John, who will be making an appearance in both of them. And it's so funny because they have nighttime recordings, and oh, sorry, y'all. They have nighttime recordings. All the nighttime recordings go into this special, which is the Holiday Spectacular. And then the Christmas Day ones are all filmed during the daytime. So I got to watch, as the sun's setting, Elton John perform a song. And then they have some daytime fireworks that were okay. They weren't as cool as the evening ones. And then they switched over to the evening ones. So they filmed in reverse. This segment, and it was so cool to see. And it was cool to watch Elton John perform, because he is not lip syncing, y'all. He is singing it live, and he is a 2-take wonder. He did 1 take further away, and then you did 1 take further up for each one of them. He did no retakes. He only had to stop once, and it was because the lighting was changing and they didn't fix it, so we couldn't see the keys as well. And so he just said, pause, fix this. And then they fixed it. And then he's like, he did his thing, hand wave. The man was off like a pro. It was amazing to watch. No retakes, 2-take wonder, did his bit. And it was fabulous.
Wow. I mean, You'd think he'd done it before.
Right? Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
he's awesome. That's so cool, and I'm so glad you got to see it. And
And
I can't wait to watch it.
who was you'll see it in the recording. I think it's the one that you can go back and watch it on Hulu and Disney Plus, the Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular. Julianne Hough and, oh my gosh, is his name Alfonso?
Yes, Alfonso.
Alfonso, they were there on the stage, and there's Elton, and they're fangirling because they're just like, okay, before he leaves, Elton, I'm a really big fan, and
Yeah.
like, it's so nice to meet you. And then Elton John came over, or let them come over, and then he does like the kiss on both cheeks kind of thing. And afterwards, Alfonso looks at the crowd, which is all cast members right there in front of him. He's like, guys, this is such a cool moment. I'm like, oh my gosh. And all the cast members there also were like taking pictures with his piano and posting those on social media, because Elton brought his own piano. So he brings his pianos with him too. He has to. And they all have different names. And yeah, so that was so cool.
That's so awesome. Yay! Oh, that's great. And I actually, Danielle, I want to bring up that I got almost all the way through the 2014?
2013?
2013 Neil Patrick Harris, which is so stinking cute. I love it. I definitely had seen it before, but forgot it. It was in the back of the brain, and it was so cute to rewatch again. So yes, I I went back.
Yay!
Yeah, it definitely brought some joy. Alrighty. Well, speaking of green beans, we need to get to our countdown, our 1 through 5 Disney holiday songs. This is our top of our list. Let's get to it, shall we? Okay, let me get to my list here. Hang on. Aha, here I am. Okay. So, Danielle, would you like to recap real quick your 6 through 10?
I can recap real quick. Okay, so my number 10 is Are You Ready for Christmas? The Neil Patrick Harris opening to the 2013 Christmas Day Parade, which we just talked about. Number 9 is Greatest Time of Year by Ali and AJ. Number 8 is the 12 Days of Christmas from the Phineas and Ferb holiday soundtrack, which is a banger. Number 7 is Here Comes Santa Claus from the Very Merry Christmas sing-along, is also available over on Spotify and whatnot. And number 6 is That Time of Year from Olaf, which is from the Frozen. What is it called?
Frozen. What is it called? Oh no!
Sorry, snot on the brain again.
Morning brain's not working.
No, not at all.
It's the special. It's the
Frozen Adventure. It's just Olaf's Frozen Adventure.
Yes.
Wow. That was a struggle. But we got there eventually.
We got there. All right. And what is your number 5? We'll go right into it.
Number 5. Hold on. Oh gosh.
Do you want me to recap or
recap yours real quick?
Oh,
yes,
recap.
because
Okay.
I'm having to rewrite my list out so that way I was prepared. Hold on. Go ahead and do yours.
Okay. So my number 10 is Ring in the Season from Frozen. 9, We Wish You Merry Christmas, Phineas and Ferb version. 7 was It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Cinderella and Her Mice. I missed number 8. I can't count, everybody. I can't count.
See, you don't even have snot on the brain, and you're messing up too.
I can't. That's embarrassing. Wow. Okay. I'm 32 years old and I missed a number. Okay. Number 8 is Greatest Time. Number 8 is Santa Baby by Miss Piggy. And we just we did a whole segment on the Muppets, and I just missed Miss Piggy, Santa Baby. Okay. Oh my God. This is wow. Okay. Focus, Megan. Jeez. Number 7 is It's the Most Wonderful Time of Year by Cinderella. And number 6 is Red Christmas from Descendants by Kylie Control. Okay. Well, that was a struggle. Did that give you enough time to get your number 5, Danielle?
I think so.
Okay.
Mine, my number 5 is going to be Christmas is Starting Now, which is also from the Phineas and Ferb holiday vacation special. Nice. And it's performed by Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, who is really big in like the swing music section. And but the song is written by the Phineas and Ferb team, so it's recorded by them, but it is a Disney song, and it is one of my favorites. I used it in a couple of videos last holiday season, and people are like, whoa, I forgot about this song, but everybody knew about it. They actually performed this in one of the Christmas specials also for the Christmas Day parade over in Disneyland. They performed it in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle, and it's one of my favorites. So it's still on my playlist.
Love it. Love it. I'm going to have to listen to that one. Very
You
nice.
totally recognize it. Like as soon as it starts playing, you'll be like, "Oh, this is it."
Okay. Then I got to throw it on today. Good choice. Okay. My number 5. Okay. Yes, it is. Dun, 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 dun. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by Hannah Montana / Miley Cyrus.
I mention that at the end of last episode?
We did. Yes. It's a great version. I think we all love Miley. But this one was really cute, and I dig the it's poppy, still got the classic vibe from Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, but it's a good sound. I do like it. So
Such a good one, Megan. Yes.
such a bop. All right, number 4.
Well, number 4 is kind of one that you've already talked about. But it's not okay. Let me reword. It is also from the Frozen, Olaf's Frozen Adventure, right? So I already talked about the Olaf song, but for number 4 for me is the end of the series when they sing "When We're Together," and they're making that beautiful tree, and then they do like a refrain of "Ring in the Season" at the end of it too.
Yes.
And I like listening to that makes me emotional, like during the holiday season, and I think that's such a good song. They do use it in the lighting ceremony here at Walt Disney World, because Elsa will light up the castle, and then they come out in their holiday wear, and they'll do "Ring in the Season" or "When We're Together," and such a good song.
It is so good. I do love that short. Short. It's a long short, but it is so cute, and they have such good jams from that one.
They really
I love that you
do.
added the ending one. Yeah, with the reprise, that's a good choice. Big fan. Okay, so my number 4.
Number 4.
And I might be cheating a little bit with this. I'm sorry, but also not sorry because it deserves to be in the countdown. And forgive me if I'm getting the name of this song wrong, because I think I don't know if it's a mashup or something, but it's Peace on Earth. It's the finale of World of Color, Season of Light by Heather Headley.
Oh my gosh, such a good one.
Oh my God, you guys. The only reason I watch World of Color Season of Light, not the only reason, there's a lot of reasons I watch it. It's my favorite show. But one of them is because of this finale. It's her voice is so stunning. The progression of we're all together this Christmas, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me, and it ends with colors, but also this like bright white light that goes off, and this like orchestral with the drums banging and stuff. I'm just like, chills every single time. I've seen it at least 30 times, and I get chills still to this day because of how good it is. So I had to include that one. I know, and you can't find it anywhere. Also, it's just YouTube. I don't think they have a studio recording of it. At least as far as I know, I have not been able to find it. So
there was a version. I don't know if it's the same one or it's different, but the same song was also used in the holiday ending for Illuminations originally here at Epcot, and they end with, which is very fitting for World Showcase, right?
For sure, yeah.
And it was so good. It made me emotional every single time. And I didn't love Illuminations, but or not Illuminations. Yeah, it was Illuminations. I didn't love that show, but I'll stay and watch for the holiday sequence of that 2 songs, and that's it. And it was so good. So good.
It's so beautiful. And yeah, it's also very just inspirational too. I'm gonna watch it. I gotta watch that this week. I'm gonna go back and watch it again.
You totally should.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 3.
Okay, number 3. For me, it is we have to have something in there from Muppet Christmas Carol, And number 3 for me is It Feels Like Christmas from I just y'all know I love Ghost of Christmas Present. He is one of my favorite characters in the story, and especially in the Muppet version. I did my little Disney bound of him now 2 years ago for Dapper Day, and still one of my favorite outfits. And I love Ghost of Christmas Present. So It Feels Like Christmas, iconic song, so good.
Good
Singing
choice.
the
You
street
gotta
corner
have the
choir.
Muppets.
Oh, so good.
Well done. All right. Okay, well, my number 3, again, sorry, Chris, because I don't think there's a studio recorded version of this either. It's the Believe in Holiday Magic fireworks soundtrack.
The entire
old
soundtrack, or like one
2000s.
section?
No, it's the 2000s, like the woman, I don't know her name, and she's so good. But it's the very, not gospel sounding, I guess, kind of. Yeah, it's Believe in Holiday Magic.
It's that 90s power
It's
ballad
the late
version.
90s vibe that I love, and it happens every single year. They haven't changed it since basically 2000. So I'm just a big fan, and I love the fireworks show. I can't hate on it. It's just great. So yeah.
Crap, what was my number 2?
Oh no.
I think I literally went from 5 to 1. Like 5, 4, 3, 1. Oh no. Oh no, because I wrote it out of When We're Together / Ring in the Season, and I thought those were 2 separate ones, and they're not, because it was the When We're Together / Ring in the Season for the reprise. Hold on. I'm looking back at what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
It is Clarabelle Cow singing All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yes. Nice.
She comes out here at the oh my goodness, what stage is it? So yes, number 2, during the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Special, the Castle Stage Show, the show that performs, Clarabelle Cow comes out in this beautiful disco ball sleigh, and she is joined by these 4 fabulous reindeer, and she comes out saying, "I don't want a lot for Christmas." Queen, icon, diva of dairy. And I love Clarabelle so much, and I love that she has such great representation with the song. And this is where the birth of Left Reindeer came in. There's a reindeer in the song that at the far left side breaks it down and is like going hard. Look up a YouTube video, y'all, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But number 2 is going to be Clarabelle Cow version of All I Want for Christmas Is You.
That's awesome. Awesome. Iconic. Yes. Love Miss Clarabelle.
Try to go into my reindeer choreography.
So good. Alrighty. My number 2, y'all, has already made an appearance on the Dapper Danielle's list. It is Greatest Time of Year by Allie and AJ. It's a bop.
It takes you back to the mall days of going Black Friday shopping and running into Limited 2. Oh, the days.
2, those days.
Whoa.
Yes. Throwback. All right. Well, we're down to it, Danielle. What is your number 1?
I have a sneaky suspicion that if this is not your number 1 also, I'm concerned.
I actually am.
Do we need to say it together? Are we?
No, I'm actually really, no, don't do that.
Okay. So because you're like, oh, I don't know, it might not be.
No, you
same.
say it first. You go first.
Okay. Number 1 is the iconic Christmas song, As Long as There's Christmas.
Yes, it's number 1. Yes! We did it! We could have said it at the same time. We did it.
Is this the first time our number 1s have lined up?
I think so. I think so. Because sometimes it's 2 and 1, or like 1 and 3.
Or they switch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same number 1. Mm-hmm.
It's a Christmas miracle, but
it's a Christmas miracle.
Our number 1 is from the Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas, which was a direct to VHS song. And it's Belle's version, as Long as There's Christmas, which is a beautiful song. It's performed at Jollywood Nights during the main stage show with Kermie and Miss Piggy, and Belle comes out in her Christmas dress.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Yes.
And it is a fabulous, the most Disney perfect holiday song.
It truly is. It's the epitome and just the top of the top Disney holiday, Christmas. And it had to be number 1. There was never a doubt. I just listened to it again yesterday, and it's just so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
Like,
and
Wow.
There's one girl in Jollywood that she when she performs and sings as Belle, like just
It's so I
again,
saw the video.
everybody
Amazing.
is crying.
Yes.
So good.
She's got a great voice, man.
And she sounds just like Belle.
Yeah. Just like her. It's amazing. It's so magical. I'm
We're
so glad we both
again
just had to come together with this one.
in the club. We all crying.
fam.
It's fine.
We all Christmas? No. That's
We all
stupid.
Christmas. Are you a humbug? Like that. We're gonna make that a thing. Actually, I kind of love that because
So
if y'all
good.
don't know, me and Megan are just rambling back and forth at each other. It's a TikTok audio of "in the club, we all fam." So everybody's been changing it to like "in the club, we all crying," or now it's "in the club, we all Christmas." And what? Oh, I love that. We're gonna make that a thing.
That's great. Oh man, well, what a way to end this countdown. This was fantastic.
So
great
good.
list overall. We are coming at you guys next week with another holiday list. It's our top 10 Disney holiday movies. So excited for that one, just to keep the holiday spirit going. And we're so sorry to Chris. It is week number 2 that we did not do a game. Trust me, y'all, we will get to that next countdown. Don't you worry. The
Me and
games
Megan are
coming
just
back.
too wordy, and like
We just
especially when
talk
you
a
add in the
lot.
clips of the songs, it makes like the episode's already long as it is. But we were trying to even it out. So hopefully next episode we will make time for this game because Chris has been waiting so patiently for it.
Yes, and he has created a great game for us. So we're coming back next week with a game, with a new list. Happy holidays, everyone. Hope you are just loving the season as we are. And until we see you next time, have a very magical day.
And night night, sleep tight, dream of churros tonight. My medicine's worn off. I need to go blow my nose.
I know, I gotta boogie, y'all, but boogie, pun
Boogie,
intended.
literally and figuratively.
Pun absolutely intended. To have your name at the end of our new episodes and to receive a bunch of magical perks, please check out our Patreon via the link in the episode notes.
Or visit patreon.com/Disney Countdown Show. We'll see you there.